Hello dear student, in this video we are going to see which are the different problems may occur while starting operating system after computer booting. So which are the different symptoms are there and solutions present for that operating system troubleshooting. Now first one is about the blue screen of death. Normally if you have seen in the laboratory, system is lacking the memory or some error in that loading data application into the RAM, so it may get restart and there may be the blue screen and it will show an message as a memory dump message. So that may be the case and your system get failure and again you have to restart it. So that is one of the problem, that is a BSOD. Second, failure to boot. You are trying to start your operating system but it is showing that a corrupt in the operating system. There are different files are present in the kernel and some of the files are may get corrupt because of the virus issue. So in that case if you try to restart it, then it will not start your machine. That is the second problem. Improper shutdown. Suppose there may be a power loss and you are not having a UPS supply, backup supplies to your computer system, then in that case your system abruptly shut down and next time when you are trying to start it, then it gives a message that recover your system or Windows recovery. Then you have to recover it with the help of any recovery tool, or there will be some guidelines given by the Windows to recover your operating system. Sometimes because of some DLL file get corrupted and your system or the computer keeps looping and it's continue, just you start it and after 5 minutes, after 10 minutes again it gets restarted. So here you have to test whether the BIOS setting is properly done or not, and still it is giving an error, then we have to format that particular C drive and again we have to install the new OS and then start that machine. So this is about the looping or restarting machine problem. Device fails to start. The same that you are trying to start your CPU but it is not showing anything, it is not able to boot from the hard disk. Sometimes it is giving a message, that DLL message, and you can't do anything on your machine. Some programs, applications you cannot run. Now this DLL stands for Dynamic Link Library. These are very important library files which are containing the pointer information, some files which are of your program files. If you have seen in your Windows system, program 86 and the program files, then there are some files are present. These are the executable files and these are related to loading all your applications, kernel information, initialization of your graphics. So these are the DLL files, and these DLL files, if any one of it, which is very important for initialization parameters in applications, if it get corrupted, then again it will give an error and you cannot perform the operation smoothly. Services fail to start. Some services you cannot start. Services that you can see, for that you have to type services.msc into your search bar and here you will get the services. Now these services which are required to start the system, if some of the services get failed, then your system again will be in a trouble. Operating system cannot load properly. So these are the services. Compatibility error. Suppose you are using operating system latest one and you are having old applications, then it will not support. For example, suppose you are using Windows 10 and you are using very old version of Windows Office, then that will not be supported. Vice versa, like that old OS and you are using the new Office or new any application, then there will be the compatibility issue. These applications will not support by the operating system, and just when you try to open that application, it will give an error, compatibility error. So you have to find out the version supported by your operating system. to this version number of applications, and then you have to install it. Slow performance, system performance. This is that you are having operating system and you are running so many applications, security patches and window updates, everything you have started in your services. Then sometimes that it may be slow down your machine. For example, suppose you are having a Java JDK install that is also running, Oracle install database, its services also started, database created by you, suppose 10 databases, all these 10 databases are running. And another thing, applications, every application, front-end applications, Visual Studio you are using, it consumes so much memory. So this Visual Studio, SQL Server also you have installed because of the Visual Studio. IIS Express by default it is running for the Visual Studio. So in that way, suppose you are in so many applications and having a lack of memory, that is a 4 GB or 1 GB of RAM. Android Studio is also there. So all these applications sometimes may fill your RAM capacity, and then your system may get slowed down. Another thing, that your desktop is full of all these things. Normally the practice is that you should not store your data on the C drive. So store this data on the D, means another drive where the operating system you haven't installed. So we have to take care about system performance. Sometimes fragmentation may happen, that we have seen the fragmentation concept. Even though the capacity of hard disk is available, but still we cannot use, and all this data it is stored in the different fragments at the different locations. To retrieve that data from hard disk to the memory, it is a time consuming if it is a fragmented. So use the defragmentation tool to improve the performance of your system. That is one of the solution for that one. Then boots to safe mode. So if sometimes your system doesn't get start, it is a normal practice that first of all press the F8 key when you are restarting a machine, and then start in a safe mode. So in a safe mode, it requires a minimum set of files to start your operating system. At least you can check that if you want to take a backup and then you want to format it, then this is the best way, that take a backup of these files into external hard drive or external pen drive, and then you can do another functionality. Even you can enable the network, even you can find out where exactly the problem is. If there is updates has been done, you can undo that update, uninstall that updates, and again you can come back to your working machine. The next one about the file fails to open. Sometimes your files that you are having in a C drive, D drive, it is not getting open. So that may be the error. For example, docs extension, PPT extension. There may be compatibility issues also, that your files or your office is of supporting only docx. Then in that case the previous version may not support. So you have to find out the version issue, whether it is a compatibility issue or any another issue, that particular application is not present, then how exactly it will get open. Then this is about booting information, booting initialization file. If it is missing, it is not loaded, it is corrupted, it is not configured, then your system will not get boot. This is required to start your system. Missing operating system. Sometimes when you start your machine, when you power on your machine, then it gives an error that this operating system is corrupted, it is not installed. Then you have to format the C drive, means a drive where it is installed, and then install it with the new operating system. There are some issues with the missing graphical interface, means listen in kernel. Basically, first of all, background processes will be get started when you start your machine operating system. Along with that, there is a one application as an GUI application, where exactly you can see and feel the operating system has been started. So this UI sometimes get fail. The GUI process may not be get started. It has not been copied when you are installing the operating system. Then in that case also it shows an missing graphical interface. Then we have to update the drivers also. One solution, video driver, we can update that we have to see the graphics mode, it is properly installed or not. Same that graphical interface failed to reload. invalid boot disk, that BIOS setup we have to check from which we are starting our machine. There are the priority we have to set. The first priority should be the hard disk. Then if we have set to something else, then it will look for that something else, DVD-ROM or external pen drive, like that. So first of all, see the priority where you want to start your, from which hard disk you want to start it, and then your machine will be get started. These are some tools, just you can go through these tools. That fix boot, it is for the fixing the boot. It is a command. Through the command prompt you have to enter the command, and you can create a new boot sector. Recovery console, it is for the recovering through the console mode, that is through the command mode we can recover our operating system. It is also fix MBR, it is for the MBR master boot record that we can recover with the help of fix MBR. SFC, it is also another tool, OS tool, which used to handle this troubleshooting of OS. Repair disk, it is also a troubleshooting environment which is used to repair the operating system. Pre-installation environment, what we have to do before install it. Then msconfig, it is also the troubleshooting tool. It will diagnose the problem and handle and correct it. Defragment, just we have seen one of the slow slow performance of our system, then it will defragment the system. REGSRV32, this is for registration, actually Microsoft registry server. It is also troubleshooting tool. It is related to the, it will handle the DLL registration problem and DLL missing problem. Then regedit, this is also the registry, that registry information maintained in the DLL format, so that will be get corrected. And event viewer, this is also another tool. It is also handling the troubleshooting. So at least remember, it is 4 tools, name of the 4 tools which are related to troubleshooting of the operating system. Safe mode, just I talked with you that if your system it is not getting starting, then press F8 and start with the safe mode, and then see whether it is working properly or not. Then through the command prompt, if your UI it is not supporting, it is giving an error, then open the command prompt and through the CMD try to perform your functions, just like we have seen some MS-DOS commands. So with that also you can perform basic functions, and you can recover your data also. And then automatic system recovery, here in Windows system it is having a recovery tools, or by default recovery tools are available. So it will give an option whether you want to recover your Windows or not. So try for the recovery. It will take some time, but you can recover your system. So these are some troubleshoots, the problems associated with the operating system, and we have seen some of the troubleshooting tools. So these are some sample tools has been given over here, but there are so many tools are available. We have to find out first of all what is the problem with our system, and according to that we have to select the tool to tackle with this problem. Okay, so this is about the troubleshooting of operating system. So in this chapter we have seen what is the troubleshooting, and which are the different devices we have to troubleshoot. So we have seen system board, we have seen problem with the keyboard, monitor, and the last point just we have covered, that is about the operating system and the starter booting problem. Now we will stop here. I will share these notes on the Moodle, so check these notes, and right now I will stop here. Thank you.